What's up, everybody out there in YouTube land? Rat251 here, and I do have your weekly dose of Warhammer 40K stuff here for the second part, Double Feature Friday. Alright, so this is something interesting. This is Top 10 Warhammer 40K Memes by Major Kill. And I've watched him. I don't remember if I've ever reacted to anything he's done, but I do watch him, and he is pretty damn funny. I like his stuff. So let's see what he's got for the 10 memes of Warhammer 40K. Alright, so let's go.
G'day, guys and gal.
Oh yeah, he's
Everyone
Australian.
loves memes. They're so versatile, and there's a gag out there for everyone.
Memes define our culture
cats,
now.
The dark, epic memes about
Wait, what did that say?
Gag out there for everyone. From stupid memes about cats.
Hover cat to base requesting permission to land.
The dark, epic memes
Looks
about
at mirror
depression
my
and
brain.
suicide. No
Suicide,
one is left
give
out.
up.
Topics are also heavily memed, and Warhammer is no exception.
Yeah.
There's even a subreddit purely dedicated to Warhammer memes, and my god,
Wow.
it is great. A lot
I
of
need to
people
look at
even
that.
say my channel is nothing but memes, so it seemed appropriate that I pick out the top 10 best memes the
Can
community
they
has
get
to offer.
art? Oh my god.
Originally this video was going to be top 5 best and worst memes, but I kid you not, I could only find 2 or 3 really bad memes, and the rest were pretty funny, so I had to change it. Some of these memes are perpetrated by Games Workshop themselves, and others are just plain retarded. So using my extensive knowledge of Warhammer combined with my near problematic obsession with memes, we've come up with the best. Obviously, like all forms of art, memes are subjective, so I expect some people to disagree with this list. My sense of humour can be incredibly childish, so some of the things that make me go tee-hee-hee might make you cringe and punch the nearest child.
What the? Punch
Before
the
we get
nearest
into
child,
it, and
dude.
this is the last time you'll hear about it from me.
Okay, so I have to skip this stuff because he's... Okay, here we go.
This meme list is in order from 10
Okay, here we
being
go.
and 1 being God tier.
One
Lots of
being
these
God
memes
tier.
and more can be found on the Grim Dank
God
subreddit,
tier
so be sure to
memes.
check that out for the laughs. Let's get into it. The first meme on this list is actually a lot worse than the 10th best meme. I'm not a fan of it at all, but it's important to address it. The Ultramarines being Smurfs. I get
Ultra
it.
Smurfs.
Matt Ward got his grubby, biased neckbeard fingers deep into the buttholes of the Ultramarines and filled them with cheese. We
Dude!
got bad stories, silly rules, nonsense power scaling, and the worst of all, the end times. Not that the end times is related to the Ultramarines, but it gives context to the man who was, for lack of a better term, a spud. To explain this meme, people weren't happy with the Ultramarines and all their
I
ultra
like that, that's cool.
So to demean them, they began calling them Smurfs. Not because there was any significant correlation or references, it's just because they were blue and people
Yeah.
are petty. It's a lazy meme,
Yeah.
which is fine, until you see the damage it has done. Modern day Ultramarines get clapped regularly and have had years of rewrites by competent writers who have managed to make Gulliman and his sons once again relatable and enjoyable. The
There
issue
you
is
go.
that when
Oh, I
new
just
people
realized he has
come
a
into the
Nintendo
hobby and
controller
then
in
they
his
see the
chest.
Ultramarines, they're like, nice man, those guys are pretty cool, I might give them a shot. And then all the salty neckbeards who look like Matt Ward despite hating him are like, haha, you like the Smurfs? Wow,
The
you fucking
Smurfs.
shill, kill yourself. Obviously
What the
that's
hell,
a bit of an
man?
exaggeration, but the point I'm trying to make here
Those
is that the
figures
meme
are
was
awesome.
never that good in the first place, and was only relevant quite a decent time ago, so let's just let it die.
There
I'm
you
not
go.
saying Ultramarines should be unmemed, I'm just saying that they need a better one. Like imagine if the Salamanders were in their position and everyone called them cabbage because they were green. Do you know how autistic people would think you were if you did that?
How
Well, I mean you play
autistic?
Warhammer, but come on. This next meme is still in my shit books, but it's so iconic that it needs to be talked about. At number 9, did Magnus do anything wrong? You know a meme is
Magnus
shit when
did
people
not.
take it seriously. Sure, if people were like, ha ha ha, Magnus did nothing wrong as a joke, then sure, good meme. But I've seen people getting genuine debates and getting their nerd rage boners on about this.
Seriously?
Did Magnus have good intentions? Yes. Was he
Yeah.
told time and time again that letting a tentacle hentai monster looking god tickle his big red nutsack was a bad idea? Yes. Was he forbidden from using some Dark Age voodoo? Yes. Did he ignore Lehman's request to parley before the attack on Prospero? Yes. Did he confuse his sons as to what was going on, change his mind, and betray the Emperor, then ask said tentacle hentai monster for salvation? Yes.
What
There was a
the
number of
fuck?
things that happened that were very wrong, and a number of things that Big Brain Magnus could have done to prevent said wrong things. Memes are designed to make us laugh. As soon as you're debating
It's
a
not so
meme,
much he
you
did
know
stuff
it's
wrong,
not
'cause they
good.
just fucked up again and
Getting away from the
again.
dark side of the memes, we have the darkest boys in the 8th best meme, the Salamanders and Vulcan being total bros, despite relishing in their use of war crime tier weaponry. Getting burnt to death is very unpleasant. Or
Yes.
so I've heard. I don't think too many people have offered their first-hand experience on it. Initially it seems like that they match the whole incineration vibe, until they are revealed as the most humane of all space marines. That's right, the big scary chocolate roid men who pleasure themselves to the screams of Aldari burning to death are the nicest guys you'll find. With Vulcan especially fond of giving hugs so nice and cuddly they'll put you in a wheelchair. I'm not sure if it was Games Workshop being ironic or them just realising that at least one Legion of Marines should be likeable, but they were either taking the piss or they were like, damn it, we forgot to have cuddly Marines. I know, or about the guys with the glowing red eyes that inflict death by fire. Overall, a solid feel-good meme that has slashes of delicious irony. Whilst the Ultramarine meme is a pretty lazy way to belittle a Legion, the 7th best meme is the opposite. Calling the Space Wolves furries is hilarious. This is because A, due to a mistranslation between the Fenrisian language and High Gothic, all of the Space Wolves naming conventions involve the word wolf, either by directly saying it or just insinuating it. Wolf Lord, Wolf King, Wolfen,
That's not
Wolf
their
Scout,
actual
Lone
language.
Wolves, Wolf Guard, Wolf Blade, they fight in packs, and the list just continues. On their wiki, the word wolf or wolves is referenced over 2,000 times.
Dude.
But Major Kill, it's their Legion name. Obviously, it's gonna get referenced a lot.
Shut your stupid inbred mouth, Timmy, before I put you in a
Inbred
wolf
mouth.
suit and drop you off at Fenris. The Ultramarines wiki only has less than half that number for the word ultra. It's impressive that a
Dude.
single meme has dragged legendary space
What
Vikings
the
down
hell,
into the
man?
cesspits of hell.
It's with this
Being
art.
considered a furry is worse than being considered a Nazi. To the one lady watching this video, if you had to your left a blonde guy who seemed nice but occasionally said some ooga booga about the return of the Fourth Reich, and then to your right you had a guy who said he dressed up as a rabbit and fucks people in it, who would you bang? Trick
Who would
question,
you
the answer
bang?
is neither, but I'm sure you see the
Trick
point I'm
question,
making here.
the answer is
Imagine
neither.
if Lehman Russ came back as a werewolf instead of Space Odin. It would be the nail in the coffin for sure. Overall, a solid meme that
Space
Games Workshop
Odin, I
hasn't
like that,
done
that's
much
awesome.
to dissuade. On to number 6, we have a faction that seemed to be created purely for the memes, and it just kind of evolved from there. The Orcs, or more
The
specifically, the Orcs' ability to manifest reality-bending physics if enough of them believe in something.
Yeah.
I like the Orcs. They're
That's
simple
hilarious.
people who desire one thing, endless war
Whoa.
and battle. Now, in most circumstances, this would make them out to be horrifically evil creatures, and whilst objectively, yes, they suck for anyone who isn't an Orc,
Yeah.
actually they suck for Orcs as well, but the reality is
True.
they don't ruin everyone's day out of malicious intent. They just see it as a big game and don't realize no one else wants to play. To compound on this meme
That's a
malicious
good
childlike
point.
mentality, if enough Orcs believe in something, it becomes real. Orcs believe red
That's
makes
so
you go
weird.
faster, so they paint their vehicles that colour. Blue makes you lucky, probably as a result of them watching what Matt Ward did to the Ultramarines. Yellow makes things more explosive, so they paint their rockets yellow, and so on. Whilst in canon, this collective
Orc's wearing
psychic
yellow
power has
armor.
limits, and can't just be like, I believe I am now a god, so I'm now a god. The memes say otherwise, however, ranging from the meme that Yarrick is so overpowered for a human because the Orcs believe he's a legendary warrior, all the way to tech priests getting upset that they have to rub toasters together seductively to get an engine to turn on, whilst the mech boy can headbutt a piece of metal for an hour and turn it into an attack moon. None of
Yeah.
this would be complete without these boys, and their memes never fail to make me crack a smile.
They are
Coming
hilarious.
off the Orcs, we have the 5th best meme in Warhammer. The Mechanicus not knowing what the fuck is going on and just keep praying and
toasters.
throwing oil and shit, hoping he'll
Yeah.
turn on and kill some bitches, or just, increase the voltage to the car batteries they all have hooked up to their scrotums. Just like stereotypes, the best memes are the ones that are laced with truth. And whilst tech priests aren't
Yeah.
totally retarded and create and build things, everything cool that comes out of them is because it was from the dark age of technology, or they discovered a blueprint, or they stole it from a Xeno and pretended they made it to try and hide their own xenophobic hypocrisy, or it was made by a call. Because of this, the way they often get cool stuff to work is by praying. Yes, the faction of the Imperium that replaces their bodies with metal, talks in binary, and should be totally logical and without superstition, rub sacred oil on technology to make it run better. Like, we give shit to the
God.
Orcs for painting stuff red to make it go faster, but at least
Yeah.
they don't jizz on machine spirits to keep them happy. This meme seemed to originate from text-to-speech, like most Warhammer memes to be honest.
Yeah.
When the Mechanicus installed the Emperor's
Text-to-speech.
text-to-speech device, they were paid in toasters that they could slide their mechanical slithery snakes in and climax to whenever they got the
Where
burning
the
release of
toasters
a
are from, is it?
ting. That last part was just added in by me, but I assume that's what would happen.
Oh
I mean,
my god.
that's what I would do if I was a religious cyborg.
A
Overall,
religious cyborg.
solid meme that I even immortalized in one of my calendar images for the Magical Hentai calendar, so
Oh god.
just another
I'm
reason to
glad
pick
that's
one up.
blurred.
On to number 4. Gene stealers are supposed to be horrible, insidious creatures who infiltrate worlds,
gene stealers,
reproduce
what
on
the
them,
fuck,
and then welcome
dude?
their star gods from the
Why
void,
is that a
aka get
meme?
eaten by Tyranids. So it's pretty funny to think about how they would even go about this. As each generation passes, the gene stealers become less subtle. They go from people who want to
Less
fuck a
subtle.
lot to spread their seed, to bold cunts with 4 arms. They often disguise their suddenly frantic worship of the star gods as the worship of the Emperor, except the statues they erect for him look a little bit suspicious. I can imagine a dude who's down on his luck and a partially mutated gene stealer approaches him for a shag. Sure, she has a weird bump on her head, and sure, her nails and teeth look kinda sharp, but a root's a root. It wouldn't surprise me if the gene stealer DNA actually was engineered to make you more fuckable. Like, imagine if a gene stealer arrives on a planet, but he's ugly as and can't reproduce. There goes your Tyranid invasion. The meme here is just the mental image of something that is horrifying on paper, but in practice could end up being quite silly, as it seems kinda obvious when gene stealers are a thing on your planet. Getting to the juicy end, at number 3, we have the Dark Angel's questionable status as a traitor legion. When I first heard about this meme, I clumped it in with the category of Ultramarines being Smurfs, aka shit memes. But then I looked into the Dark Angel's lore more, and by god, Games Workshop have done their best to make this meme a reality. The Dark Angels could have seemingly beaten Chaos, the Tyranids, and everyone in between by now if they stopped chasing the Fallen. They bombed Fenris, abandoned allies on multiple occasions, sent chapters into the Eye of Terror on suicide missions, bombed their own fortress monastery to cover up said suicide missions, killed an inquisitor who found out the truth, and even considered killing the revived Gullyman when they thought that he might have found out about the Fallen, even though he wouldn't actually give 2 shits about it. They punished themselves so hard for something that wasn't even their fault, like the emos call themselves the Unforgiven. The damage they've done to themselves and the wider Imperium is 10 times more damage than the Fallen will ever do. This meme gets such a high spot on the list because it isn't an exaggeration or a joke on something, it's literally a completely canon thing that Games Workshop have come up with. From a meme standpoint, it's hilarious. From a canon standpoint, it's infuriating to see such a noble and powerful chapter act like total dumbasses all the time.
That's true.
Lucky number 2, we have the Tau's inability to melee. Now, the Tau have a lot of memes. They have vaginas on their head. They have weeby Gundams. They are space Hindu communists. But I wanted to stick with one. Now, the inability to melee might seem like a weak option, but it's a great metaphor for their overall meme status.
Yes.
In a galaxy 40,000 years in the future, where firepower is so overwhelming that anyone who pokes their head over a trench should instantly eat a nuke, the main form of combat is melee. The Tau are a bastion of what a future society would probably look like. Efficient energy-based weaponry, use of drones, and trying to avoid getting cut in half by jacked-up roid men. So by Games Workshop making it so the Tau are the odd ones out, by being the most realistic representation of a star-spanning empire, they are confirming and expressing how insanely ridiculous the 40k universe really is. Another indicator that this is a good meme is the effort that goes into it. I've seen at least 3 animations for Tau Melee that crack me up. I'll play 2 of them now for you. These were made by Dragon Saint and the legendary Eliphas.
The fuck? Oh, damn it. Oh, okay. What's that? What the hell is he? Oh my god. Oh, damn it. Nah, I thought I fucking got rid of these damn things. There we go. Oh, wait, that said something. Oh, damn it. Tau sucks, Space Marines. Fuck the world. There you go, man. What the hell? The Marines just stand there like, what the fuck?
On
well,
to number
mate,
1,
you tried.
Oh. My god, it's Sly Marbo. The thing I really like about Warhammer memes is that some of the best ones were made by Games Workshop, and Sly is the peak example of that. Sly, Sylvester, and Marbo, Rambo, is the epitome of a company having a bit of fun and the ultimate comeback to dickheads like Mr. Mohawk who jerk off to grim darkness with sandpaper. He's fun, he's silly, and his old model looks absolutely retarded, which actually serves to make it better overall. This man has single-handedly won wars, slain dozens of Chaos Astartes, massacred Tyranids for sport, and will likely be the guy who saves the Imperium. If anything, the stories of this guy are watered down. Described as incredibly mentally disturbed, this lone wolf memes his way through the enemies of the Imperium, kicking ass and taking heads. He's also seemingly immortal, as he's been around for a very long time. He's like what would happen if you combined Rambo with Chuck Norris and sprinkled in a little bit of John Wick. a recipe for success.
Nice.
And that does us for today, guys. A bit of a light-hearted look at Warhammer to kind of drive home a point I've been making.
That's true. I
The
do agree
Warhammer
with
setting
the
isn't
number
just
one.
about doom, gloom, and darkness. It's also full of funny and silly moments, characters, and themes. If you have some memes, then be sure to talk about them in the comments below, and I'll give them a read for sure. As I said above, this is the last chance you have to get the Magic
Okay,
of
so I'm
Warhammer
gonna have to
hentai
cut
calendar
this
in a
out.
physical copy. I will
Okay, had to cut out the thing. He's advertising his hentai calendar. Anyway, though I actually saw this one thing where they actually had a story where a bunch of the orcs like adopted the ways of the Imperium, and they go around. One of the orcs, their orc war boss, calls himself the Emperor, and these orcs kind of dress themselves up kind of half-ass as space marines, and they go around actually helping the Imperium. They say the Emperor protects. They actually have this story where this guy on an agricultural world, how the world's attacked by Dark Eldar, and then all of a sudden these orcs show up dressed like space marines, and they just show up and start killing all of the Dark Eldar. And one of them actually helps up the farmer who was about to be tortured by them. He helps him stand up. He just says, "The Emperor protects," and then they just go out and start fighting. I mean, considering how freaky and mutated everything in the Imperium is, I wouldn't be surprised if the orcs had integrated into the Imperium in some place or another. You know, considering how fucked up everything in the Imperium is. I mean, there's some weirdly mutated shit. Anyway, so yeah, that was his top 10 Warhammer 40K memes. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I did. Yes, of course, you guys know the drill. Click on the link to the original down in the description. Get down to Major Kill's channel. Give him a like and sub to him. Of course, sub to me before you go. And help us to reach that 100,000 subscribers. I will see you guys next time. Tune in every day for new content. Bye-bye.